as opposed to just facing the possibility of 3 to 11 years in prison. They're also indicating that this may be a specification where they would be seeking the death penalty and or life in prison. The maximum fine for these types of offenses would be $25,000, could be as low as $15,000. If it's an aggravated murder that ends up being the way the case is resolved, that could be a $100,000 fine. The complaint states specifically that on or about the 10th day of October 2018 in the city of East Cleveland, Kodii Gibson did knowingly, purposefully, and with prior calculation and design cause the death of Paul Bradley while committing or attempting to commit aggravated robbery and aggravated burglary. There's a second count with the same possible penalties, stating that on or about October 10th, 2018 in the city of East Cleveland, you did, Mr. Gibson, knowingly, purposefully, and with prior calculation and design cause the death of Paris Bradley while committing or attempting to commit aggravated robbery and aggravated burglary. Counsel now, I'm sorry.
Thank you. What you just seen was of a 25-year-old Kodii Gibson seeming remorseful at a court hearing captured by News 5 Cleveland. Now at the time, he was accused of murdering 39-year-old Paul Bradley and 14-year-old Paris Bradley, a father and a daughter from East Cleveland, Ohio. In 2018, police responded to a call of a burning vehicle, and still in it were the remains of Paul Bradley and Paris Bradley. In investigation, police came to the conclusion that 3 men named Kodii Gibson, age 25, Ronald Newberry, age 27, and DeMarcus Shilley, age 28, broke into the home of Paul, and they just had the intention of robbing him, but soon things were left. After conducting an interview with the police, Kodii told them he broke into the home, unlocked the back door, and let the other 2 men in. Sacking the home and not finding enough, they pulled Paul and Paris out of their beds at gunpoint and start beating Paul, to give him the money, but Paul wasn't having it. So instead of leaving, the 3 men grabbed duct tape and extension cords. So the men tied up Paul and his daughter. I just have to add, at this time, Paul, he had a rental. The same rental that the police found scorched on October 10th. Getting nothing out of Paul, DeMarcus and Ronald grab him, throw him in his rental, and Kodii throws Paris in the car they brought and follows him. And they drive around for 5 hours, not knowing what's going to happen. After driving around for 5 hours, they find an abandoned house in East Cleveland and stop. At this point, Paul is barely hanging on by a thread, but Paris, they literally torture her. They beat her so bad, she has injuries to her brain and her skull. These men are not done yet. They drag Paris to the car, shoot her multiple times in the head, light the car on fire. The autopsy showed Paul died from blunt force trauma to the head, smoke inhalation, and Paris, well, she died from the gunshot wounds. On March 16th, 2022, all 3 men were found guilty. And remember that guy in the video, the one that was crying, Kodii Gibson? Kodii Gibson is serving life with the possibility of parole after 50 years, and that is the reason why he is crying. My heart really goes out to that family. Rest in peace, Paris Bradley. Rest in peace, Paul Bradley.